before we get any further, don't forget, this episode is powered by Mary Brown's Chicken. You have until March 21st to enter the contest for weekly prizes. So we'll get into that a little bit more. But make sure you guys get happy, guys. Don't forget to get happy.
Honestly, get some chicken.
Get happy like Patrick. Get happy like Patty.
Hey. Right into the intro. I love it.
Not with the hype.
It's today the day. Hey.
Not with the hype.
No. Patrick, today you mean woo. Everything is woo.
Not with the hype.
I love that part right there. Sounds so sinister.
It gets grimy.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. No, I think that sound is popular in like literal grime music that you love, and shout Tremaine. You guys still haven't put me on to nothing. He hasn't sent me no playlist.
I'm gonna send you something right after this, bro. I'm telling you.
No, you should. Don't be one of those people that just say that.
Nah, grime, like back in the day, I hate saying back in the day, but I got a family friend of mine who lives out in the UK, and like he was actually trying to get big with the grime scene. So he was posting stuff on Facebook like 5-6 years ago. And that's when I really heard about him. Like, okay, this stuff is hard, bro. I wish I stuck with it back then, because I would have been ahead of the trend right now, but it's all good.
No, but now you wooed up. You wooed up.
There
now.
you go.
Mandem. It's not with a hype thing. A war.
The world general speaking.
Yeah, man. I'm here. What's good, y'all?
And then, of course, it's me.
Shop like Shaq. You waste yo.
Wagwan, how was your week? Tell me everything. I need to know it all. I know you was active. You was busy. The streets are popping.
Oh yeah, so popping, bro. So popping. I left my room all of like 4 times throughout the week, so you know.
Do you remember when like "How was your week" meant something, and anything could have been the response?
Right.
How was your week? Yo, bro. I got a story for you.
Honestly. And it sucks because like I try to meet up with people. You should not meet up, but you try to have conversations with people, and you're literally all doing the same thing. No one's doing a damn thing, bro.
It's a very depressing like start and close of the week with work, because it's always like, so how was your weekend? It's the same as every weekend. What are you gonna do this weekend? Same shit we do every weekend.
Sound like Peaky in the brain. I will say this just to pick it up a little bit, and I gotta shout out my girl for this one though. Let's say Valentine's Day weekend. I know we'll get into it later, but Valentine's Day, aka family weekend.
Yeah,
blessed. It's good time.
Yeah, let's talk about it now, because we're talking about what happened this week. So we had Valentine's Day weekend. This is the first one. Let me reiterate to the mandem out there, in case you forgot why this one felt a little bit more monumental, aside from the fact that like options was limited in terms of what you can do. Yeah. But first time, no All-Star weekend that could impede your Valentine's Day. So I know a lot of gal out there was like, fist pumping and
the Tiger Woods fist pump.
Yeah. So how was your Valentine's Day weekend?
No, it was proper,
not to be confused with Valentine's Day, as Doug Ford puts it.
Yes.
Couple weirdos out there.
Yahoos. But no, it was lit, man. We definitely unique in the sense that there's nowhere you can really go. So we kept everything indoors, inside. But my girl turned it into at her apartment. I went over, go check her, go see her, whatever, and turn this into the Valentine's games.
The Valentine's games.
Yeah.
Valentine's games. Let me think about that.
Think about that for a second.
What could that be?
Think about that. Think of like, I was gonna say Hunger Games, but that's a little dark. So we're not gonna go that dark. But
what do you mean by that?
Let me tell you. So, I show up, the place is all decorated, which was amazing. So I was like, okay, this is the vibe we get into. I gave you guys a little preview last week, when we were recording, whatever. But we get into it now, and basically she had these Avengers themed Valentine's cards. You remember the ones that you used to give out when you're in school?
you piqued my interest.
Yeah,
you have my attention.
There you go.
So yes, I do remember. Yeah. I still love them.
Exactly.
You branded, the perfect, like if it was Avengers and I fuck with the Avengers, you gave it to me. I'm like, I almost wanted to just hold on to it like I don't know, it was just art. I didn't know what art was as a kid, but I was like, this is lit. Dragon Ball Z.
That's a homie for life now. You know what I mean? So definitely. So she hooked that up. Had these little Avenger style Valentine's cards hidden around the apartment on things that were important to us. So objects that I may have got for her, or they're related to a place we visited, or just something monumental that happened throughout our relationship.
Examples that you can share? Very intimate.
No. They're not like all intimate, but for example, like there's a desk that I bought her from, or a chair that we got from IKEA. And obviously that's where we met. So
just found a way to
she had that. Just, hey. But stuff like that. And like, honestly, that caught me off guard, man. Like it was funny. She put a timer on it. I had like 20 minutes to go around and find like these 17 different cards and stuff like that. So that was dope. And then I got her the like this chocolate package. So there's like a heartbreak in there. So, we try to make it a game, right? So we had different activities we were doing and just stuff like that. And honestly, man, like you got to find a way to shake things up and make it interesting. So we did the most we could. We ordered a dinner from Moxie's. They had a prefix menu, so we did that.
Okay, how did that feel? Because like I always question with like, because I have $100 gift card to the keg that I'm holding on to when like I can actually use it for the full keg experience. So for those people that are like, okay, I'm on the fence about ordering a Moxie's ting or whatever, like what was that like?
Yeah, you know what? It's actually pretty dope, man. So they had it hooked up through Skip the Dishes, so you could get like a free delivery. So shout out to that. Not trying to pay that delivery fee, you know what I mean? But yeah, so you get the full 3 course. They got you with appetizer, your 2 mains, and your white chocolate brownie. Most delicious dessert out there. Second to, some apple pies. Shout out to Mary Brown's. But but nah, definitely. So yeah, we ordered that and it came, disassembled, so you do have to put it together for certain things like
Did you get any of the drinks?
We didn't do the drink
package. Wondering about that, package. Like getting some Bellinis or some shit.
Nah. We didn't do that because we got the wine. I came through with a bottle of
what you got?
Red wine.
Some Malbec.
Nah. Malbec. I got some Niagara VQA. There we go. Almost butchered that.
I was about to say like Malbec sounds like the least romantic wine.
Yeah.
Like that name. Got a little Malbec for you and wifey.
But you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how we did it up, man. Just try to make the most of it, stream some movies and stuff. And
what'd you watch?
You know what? It's not lovey-dovey. So let me just put that out there right now, disclaimer. But we ended up watching oh my gosh. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh, Judas and the Black Messiah. Okay. I still got to see that. How is it? Is it worth, obviously I feel like it is definitely worth the watch.
Oh yeah. It's definitely, it's worth the watch, bro. Like the acting is amazing. The story, if you don't know about Black Panthers, coincidence, but like, yeah, I didn't even plan that either, but.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But no, honestly, it was, oh man, the acting is so good, bro.
Okay. Say less. That Daniel, can't remember his last name.
I can't pronounce his last name.
It starts with a K.
Yeah.
From the UK, who's in Lakeith Stanfield is in there. And I don't know. I'm assuming that the cast is long because like it looked like I remember watching the trailer and it was packed.
Yeah. No, it's packed. And those two they set it off, man. It's a good story. Cool. There's the white dude that everyone hates in everything that he's in.
There's a lot of them.
He was in Like Mike. He was in
oh, that guy's great. That guy is always in his acting.
Todd from yeah. So he was in
Fargo. He killed Fargo.
Yes,
he's good. He's good.
I heard that. So definitely check that out. That's some great black cinema. I hope Mark Anthony's listening to this.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man.
Okay, that's dope. I'm happy you had a good Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I saw that, like, that to me, I was just watching everybody's Valentine's Day because, like, we all know, like, I'm remote in terms of how I've been celebrating anything. And I did mine already in January, as I said last week, but I spent the day just kind of like looking what was, just on Instagram. Not that I was looking per se to see what people were doing, but like I wasn't pre and they were just throwing it at me. I was like, oh, shit, that's dope. Oh, that's what your boyfriend looks like. That's great. Like all that was my response all day.
Hold on. We're not skipping over that. Let's talk about that, bro.
What?
Is Valentine's Day the official, like, I was gonna say gender
day?
reveal, but like, yes, the launch
The
day.
launch day for our FY21 campaign. No, it's like I think so. I think it for some people it's like the day where I gotta let you know that somebody gives a fuck about me. So I think there's a lot of that.
Yep.
Because like sometimes you were just getting like it would be like a picture of homie. Yeah. And then you just might see like an arm just creeping in from over here or some shit. Like, you know that they're not alone. Or you just might see the rose petals or like eye emojis.
Yeah.
People just wanted to kind of flex that they had somebody
someone.
Yeah, and I feel like that was like similar to the Drake Olympics. It was just like the Love Olympics.
Yo, and like, I'm not hating on love. I don't want people to take this the wrong way. But like, can it be too much? I felt like some people were going too big and too over the top with things.
So some people, some people was a little beggy.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna hate because I want people to be happy. This shit is
hard. No, definitely. Yeah. Exactly. What we're going through right now is definitely hard, as we were talking.
Yeah. So if you could have afforded or you've been lucky enough to celebrate a Valentine's Day, I'm happy you did. Yeah. Some of it did look a little bit questionable as to like what your main objective was in the way that you posted it and framed it. But
exactly.
Before we get any further, let's just make sure we talk a little bit about the Mary Brown's contest because we're getting down to by the time
it's down to the wire, bro.
By the time this goes out, it's the last month to enter the contest. So Mary Brown's wants you to get appy. Basically, they want you to, they want you to get inspired to do your appy dance the way that we're probably going to show Patrick dancing later this week on IG.
Let's go.
But they have their contest that's running right now. All you have to do is very, very simple. And I'm like, it's so simple. I'm not even looking at a script right now.
Woo, this guy knows.
So all you got to do is download the app. You need to download the app. Okay. That's one thing you need to do. And then after you download the app, you can make a purchase in store and then redeem your loyalty points. And that counts as an entry. Yeah. Or you make a purchase via the app. Boom. And then you go in store, you pick it up, and you're automatically entered. You can get anything, order anything. Your first purchase, if you've never ordered anything on the Mary Brown's app, is a free Big Mary, which is their chicken sandwich, which is phenomenal. Patrick will tell you.
Not even their chicken sandwich. Hold on, the chicken sandwich, bro. Like especially that spicy Big Mary.
Ooh. Yeah. I supplied some spicy Big Marys for the whole family. I got like seven of them.
Okay.
So you just enter, and it's as simple as that. And the prizes are weekly. Yeah. So there's 10,000 loyalty points that they're giving out weekly. They're giving out gift cards, I believe, in
$100 worth of Mary Brown gift cards.
Exactly. So 5 weekly prizes of $100 gift cards, 5 weekly prizes of 10,000 app loyalty points. The grand prize is free Mary Browns for a year, and like I don't know. Like that's enough motivation, as it gets right there. So
facts. And then let's not forget what we're doing because we're part of this too, right? So yeah. So
we go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say if you win any of those prizes and you listen to this pod, we're gonna throw in a free Not With The Hype dad hat for you just for winning one of the Mary Brown prizes. You're getting an extra prize too, so it's even better. You know what I mean?
It's a win-win-win. So like you're feeding yourself. You have a chance to win some great prizes from Mary Brown's, and then you have a chance to win a great prize from Not With The Hype. So if you win and you've heard this podcast, just DM us and just say, yo, I got the app loyalty points. Run the hat.
Facts.
It's yours. That's it. It's yours.
And don't be scammers. I know who you are out there. I'll find you.
No. We have our sources within the Mary Brown's corporate chain. We'll ask some people. We got our people we could talk to confirm that you did indeed win. So
yeah.
We know fraud is big with EI and all that right about now. So crazy. Go ahead and enter that contest.
Most definitely.
So on to the pod. A lot of things happened this week. Mm-hmm. And it's weird. It's crazy to me that like anything happens anymore, but whatever. Like I guess that's just me not doing much.
I'm telling you, right? I feel like I should be out there doing stuff now that I'm seeing people just wilding out and just
Let's start with Pop Smoke.
Hey.
So yeah, this is like we mentioned off the top of the pod. This is right now the day that we're recording 1 year anniversary of Pop Smoke's death. And only a few months later, you know, he released that album that went platinum and did numbers. Virgil did the cover. It had a couple features added, the deluxe album. I'm listening to that shit on nonstop right now. He influenced a bunch of new rappers right now that are doing their thing. The Brooklyn drill scene is booming because people are looking for more artists that sound like that. That artist that we played last week, Dusty Locane from New York, exactly. So his impact is felt, and it's crazy that he was here with, like, I don't know how long he really was rapping for, but like it felt like he was only out here for like a year and a bit,
right?
Then he was done. So
yo, honestly, like we were talking about this, but like it shocks me, man, that it's only been a year, right? Like, or it's been, sorry, not only been, but it's been a year so quickly. You know what I mean? Like you said, like he felt like the dude, like the next one. He was.
And then the people that are around him were saying that, like, you know, the anecdotes that 50 was giving us, where he would pull out a pen and paper and would just like take notes when he was around 50 and how to move and shit. His charisma was crazy. His energy is nuts in all the interviews that I've seen. Who knew Crips could dance so sassy? You know what I mean?
New generation of Crips.
And like what was it, last week or a couple weeks ago, actually, DMX confirmed that he's collaborating with Pop Smoke on his album, which sounds like the most aggressive song that I can think of. Like, the internet went crazy with the jokes, like shit saying, like some of the shit being like that shit gonna sound like Mike Vick's house.
Oh, come on, leave Mike out of this, man.
So yeah, what do you think about that collab?
I'm here for it, bro. Like, DMX, to me, I'm not gonna say he's underrated. I think he's underappreciated. You know what I mean? DMX is a legend in this game, bro. And through all the ups and downs of that guy's career, you can't put on a DMX song and people aren't moving to it. They don't know the words of the song. Like, they're not vibing with it. That gets a party going. You know what I mean? So you throw that on with Pop Smoke, bro, it's a wrap.
I just didn't like how DMX had to disrespect Toronto the other day for no reason. Did you see that? We caught a stray bullet.
I might have to take this back.
So he was on Drink Champs, the same interview where he announced that he was working with Pop Smoke on his new album.
Yeah.
And he brought up, I don't know how Toronto came up because I've only seen the clip. I didn't watch the whole interview. And in that clip, he said something along the lines of like, people from Toronto are stupid. And what? It sounded like and like he was also talking about the women in Toronto, and like he was just talking about like measuring up Toronto against everywhere else, and like, but the people are stupid over here or something like that.
What?
And it just sounded like it, like I saw people like commenting and just sharing it, and people that I talked to, and everybody's like, yo, it sounded like this dude got like either robbed, taken advantage of, had a bad experience with a girl from Toronto or something like that. It sounded way like, too personal.
Who hurt you?
People from Toronto are stupid. I don't know if it's just literally, I don't know how he feels about Drake right now, but I know that he didn't really fuck with Drake too much years ago. So I don't know if he's just saying that because he hears Toronto and thinks of Drake, but I
would have thought they made up because, like, you know, Drake sampled them and on Dark demo tapes? Dark Lane demo tapes? Yeah.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I heard that and I was very disappointed. But I know that it definitely, there's no way it comes from a real place.
Nah.
Like, because it wasn't followed up with like, people from Toronto are stupid. Let me tell you why people from Toronto are stupid. It was like, yo, they're dumb. And it just kind of like,
yeah, no, we need some context on that. We gotta, we'll find that.
Yeah, man. Other news in hip hop, Meek and 6ix9ine ran into each other.
Bro, I'm so tired of these two. I'm so tired.
What's funny to me is that I haven't seen 6ix9ine in a very long time. Like maybe it's been a very long time. So I saw him pop up recently on like some World Star shit or something like that. And like he had his like little ratty beard growing out. My brother's convinced that it's fake. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, anyways, he still sounds. It's like the same shit. Like, I don't know. I'm just so over it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I saw this video on Valentine's Day, pretty much, where it looked like it appears that Meek Mill was leaving the club that 6ix9ine also was at. And as Meek Mill was trying to get to his car with his people, he just saw 6ix9ine with his camera phone out, ready to go.
Yeah.
And so Meek Mill is all like, oh, you trying to get me locked up? Look at these people trying to get me locked up. And after he keeps repeating it, like, he just continues to just like get into it with this guy. And I'm just like, if you know what he's trying to do, what are we talking about here?
Exactly. Be smarter than that, Meek.
Yeah. Did you see that clip?
I saw the clip, and then I saw the clip of I think it's the same clip in the continuation of it where 6ix9ine's like, look at this nigga, look at it. That's a cop. And he's calling out like Meek's security team and saying how he's got the cops with him and whatever. Their beef goes back a few years though. You know that, right?
I mean, yeah, apparently Complex has a whole timeline of it.
yeah, which is nuts. I was looking at that. I'm like, and most of it early on stems from Meek Mill. It was like one-sided. Meek just taking shots at.
Well, yeah, you're right. So I'm breezing through this timeline. Trust me, I don't want to spend a lot of time. So on November 28th, 2018, Meek Mill speaks on 6ix9ine's pending case. Watch who you surround yourself with. Cool.
Right. Then
in 2019, half a year later, Meek Mill calls out 6ix9ine for cooperating with authorities. Then in September, Meek Mill uses 6ix9ine to teach everyone a lesson. And I guess this is him where he's just basically saying like, this is the situation he got himself in.
Yeah.
Guys, don't be like 6ix9ine type.
Yeah.
Thing. Then January 21st, 2020, Meek Mill compliments 6ix9ine's fashion sense in prison. I.e., he basically commented on his page, said, that's witness protection trip.
Wow.
And then they finally have a back and forth.
Yeah.
May 8th, 2020. And I think this is when 6ix9ine finally was out. Right. And then honestly, I feel gross just going down because it's like a long timeline of bullshit.
Honestly, it's like, yo, what is Meek's doing? Like, we know, like, honestly, I'm putting this on Meek because we know who 6ix9ine is. We know 6ix9ine's a troll. We know he's just annoying. But is Meek also just equally annoying? Because that's what I'm getting out of this. Like, he's just as bad as 6ix9ine.
Yeah, he's not just as bad. I mean, Meek has a place in hip hop history where, like, years later we'll be able to look back and be like, there was Meek Mill, right?
Okay, hold
6ix9ine is gonna be a little blip.
Okay, but did you see what Meek did? I forget the song that's out right now.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Trust me, we're getting there.
Yeah.
So I just think that, like, again, this goes to our conversation that we had with Marlon and Alan last week, where it's like, yo, you're Meek Mill. Why are you talking to these peasants?
Right, exactly.
The same way that we were saying with Lil Bow Wow, where it's like, yo, why are you fighting for our attention? You're a fucking legend. Relax.
Yeah. Like, Meek, you won already, man. Like rise above the pettiness, bro. That's my issue with this guy. Is like, every time you think Meek's gonna take the high road and just elevate, he goes back down to the gutter. Like, why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. So, and then recently, as in like a couple days ago, Meek Mill, I don't know, a couple of lyrics from a new song that just dropped, or that's going to drop, I guess, with Lil Baby.
Yes.
Dropped, and the lyrics were kind of insensitive to the death of Kobe, since, I mean, we just celebrated the 1 year anniversary, I guess, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So the lyrics said, I'm not going to find I can't be bothered to find the actual lyrics to play it for you, but I'll read them for you.
Yeah.
This bitch I'm fucking always tell me that she love me, but she ain't never show me. Yeah. And if I'm ever lack, I'm going out on my chopper, be another Kobe.
Yeah. And there was more too. I think Lil Baby has some stuff in there too. But
Lil Baby said some shit?
I can't. Yeah, I briefly heard a snippet of the song, and I was like, yeah. After that Chopper line, I was like, nah, man.
So yeah, people were up in arms. People were like, you know, accusing Meek Mill of basically being a sadist. He just loves to be.
I think so.
Loves to take L's.
Yeah. I think so, man. Self-deprecation, man. Like, I think so.
So he actually responded February 18th. So yeah, yesterday. So he said, somebody promo a narrative and y'all follow it. Y'all internet antics can't stop me. Shit like Zombieland or something. LOL. I don't understand what he just said. I don't get it. I'm not sure. Let's try this. Let's break this down one more time.
Okay, here we go.
Somebody promo a narrative and y'all follow it. So somebody promotes a narrative and you guys were going to follow what they're doing. So,
right.
And then he also says, y'all internet antics cannot stop me. Shit like Zombieland or something. That's where he completely lost me.
I've never seen Zombieland.
Zombieland is just like a zombie movie. I don't know.
I don't know what he's trying to. I don't know. Are we all dead? Are we all just followers? Is that what he's saying? I guess.
Oh, I think that's what he's trying to say, but it doesn't make sense.
No.
They paying to influence y'all now. It's almost like mind control. Wake up.
Wow.
Upside down smiley face. So.
Oh boy.
This guy said somebody promo a narrative and y'all follow it.
Yeah.
There's no narrative here. There isn't.
The words that you said.
There are the rap lyrics. And they're either tasteful or they're not.
Right.
Was he paying homage to Kobe in that line?
That's not a homage line, bro. That's not a homage line.
Especially in the context of, aside from the fact that we all know that the death of Kobe and Gigi and all those other people was absolutely tragic and horrific.
Exactly.
But there was the whole thing about people or the county sharing the photos of the wreckage and people using those photos over and over, so much so that Vanessa Bryant has, on a couple occasions that I can count, said, "Can you please respect us?"
Yes.
They sued the sheriff's county office about that. Yeah. So when it comes to like anything to do with like the death of Kobe Bryant, I can't imagine that I would ever go into a studio and be like, you know what, this chopper line sounds like a good double entendre.
Right? Like, come on, bro, be smarter than that, man. And that's what I mean. Meek just has a way of just every time he just does something where you're like shaking your head, like, really, Meek? Really?
Yeah. I mean, this wasn't like, he again, and this is also like a good learning, a good lesson for people that are like, a good lesson again for people that are just fans of people or like look up to people as like role models. Cause I know there's a lot of people out here that like will look to like Meek Mill for inspiration, aside from the fact that he's like an example of somebody who made it. Right. But some people might actually look at Meek Mill and be like, whatever he says, that's like law. It's got to be lit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Some of these people that like we put up on pedestals, some of these famous and rich and celebrities and athletes and rappers and whatever they are, they're not smarter than you and I. They just have a larger platform. It's as simple as that. Your platform is bigger than mine, so you talk louder than I do. That's about it.
Exactly. They're not smarter. I'm glad you said that. They're not smarter. They're not better. They are just like you and I. They're just as flawed as we are. You know what I mean? Like, we got to stop putting people up on these pedestals as like idols and just believing everything they do is right. Because like, I got to big up Meek when it's appropriate, but at the same time, like, take your L's. Like, you came out of jail, you did a lot for justice reform and stuff like that, but you could still take some L's and you're still taking them now. So like, you're not, holier than thou, man.
Yeah. I'm surprised that like when he got out of jail, him and Drake pieced it up.
Yeah.
And he started, basically being more like using his voice for prison reform and things like that. It's like, great. I can't see you losing at all because of what you stand for, where you've been, all the trials and tribulations that you have already had. He just continued to, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And then again, go back to the 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine of all people. Why? You're better than that, man. Come on.
Exactly. Let's make the beef at least match up.
Right? Like Drake and you, that was fun. That was entertaining. That was good. That was good for hip hop. We needed that. But this, nah.
That's like when somebody would. That's like if somebody took like, if we're gonna talk beef, it's like if somebody took like some Wagyu.
Oh boy.
And then served it on a plate with some Kirkland fries and ketchup. That's what this shit reminds you of, basically.
It don't add up. It don't match.
Yo,
all right.
Didn't you see on Twitter?
Yeah.
When they announced the death of Rush Limbaugh.
Oh man, bro, I've never seen a more savage response. Yeah, I've never seen so much disrespect in my life. Oh man, rest in piss.
Bro, I love that Gordon Hayward is like the voice, is like the face of like racism through sport for some reason. And I guarantee you he's not racist.
Wait, hold on, what?
You ever saw like people making fun of the fact that like, not fact, there's no fact at all.
Okay,
but, like,
okay.
They're making fun of like Gordon Hayward in the bubble playing against getting buckets on players that have Black Lives Matter written on the back of their jersey and shit. And started this narrative that he's like basically a white supremacist. So like, so I'm happy that you didn't see this because there's a graphic that I'll share with you. It's hilarious. But you remember when Nip passed away and then Russell Westbrook went on and played a game and he had 20, 20, and 20?
Yeah.
Against the Lakers on top of that too.
Yeah. It's just nuts.
They basically photoshopped Gordon Hayward's head on a Russell Westbrook's body.
Oh man.
And instead of
2020
the quote, no, the 2020 stays.
Okay.
They took out Russell Westbrook, they put Gordon Hayward, and then instead of saying that's for Nip, which is what Russell Westbrook said, they said that's for Rush.
Damn, poor Gordon, bro.
They're like, I saw somebody basically saying like, yo, the man hasn't even been dead for 24 hours and liberals are already stomping on his grave.
Yeah.
The quote tweets are amazing.
I love it.
Had people like A-Town stomping, woo walking, all of it. Moonwalking, all of it.
Rush is like I'm not gonna say the worst, but he was not a good person, bro. Let's just put it at that. Like, if you need evidence, just go YouTube his clips. He was just not a good person.
I need to. I had to ask people because I was like, I've heard the name.
Yeah.
I can assume what type of person he was from like the way that it's been thrown around the past few years of my existence.
Yeah.
So yeah, that wasn't surprising to me.
Yeah, and he had like, to tie it into sports, he was once working at ESPN.
What?
Yeah, he was once a I don't want to say an analyst, but like one of their commentators on ESPN back in the day. Like probably early 2000s. I want to say, and he got kicked off for some racist stuff he said. He tried to buy a sports team that didn't go well. Can you imagine this? I can't remember if it was football or basketball, or he tried to buy a professional sports team, which most of those in North America, most of those players are black. They're African American. Can you imagine a guy like that running a team?
Like, yeah. What's his name? What was the one?
Oh, Donald Sterling.
Donald Sterling. They already had those.
Yeah, that's true. They had that already.
They still have them in the NFL. What are you talking about?
That's so true.
They're still there, bro.
Rush, man. And I think he had some counter with like rappers and stuff too, man. Like there's some famous.
He had rap beef?
Yeah, he had rap beef, man. Like, you got to look that up, bro. Like, Rush Limbaugh, he had like beef with I don't want to butcher the artist. I don't want to say the wrong artist, but he had some beef with some rappers, bro.
My dick get hard when it's the mere mention of rap beef. Pause.
I'm telling you, bro.
You remember when people used to say, "Yo, I'm the Black Donald Trump"?
Yeah,
I'm the Hood Donald Trump.
Yeah, that didn't.
Remember that was. Anytime I can like vividly recall Young Jeezy saying that multiple times for some reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Rush Limbaugh and Jay-Z, had beef. Like Jay-Z's dissed him and Bill O'Reilly a few times.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly's another one of those.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I'm not, God bless the dead, but yeah, he can, rest in whatever they said.
Okay, so from one tragedy to the next. Daystar.
Oh, R.I.P. his hair.
AKA Tory Lanez. That guy's hairline was what the fuck, bro. I saw before the clips of like the top came out. I saw him like playing ball, running around looking like a crackhead because for whatever reason the fronts are like this, like really up like a crown. Yeah, and I was like, why is his hair doing that? And then I saw the top looking like a when you take a Reese's peanut butter cup off the wrapper and a little bit of that thing in there.
It's got a little residue.
Yo. And then like I'm just seeing all angles. I'm seeing Noriega, who was actually chilling with him. Yeah. And there's a picture of him behind him just laughing, and he's like, my face says it all. What did you think about what do you think about a man moving like this in the streets?
I mean, you either gotta have like mega cojones and mad confidence, or
you think he cared or was thinking about it?
No one. That's what I mean. He just got mad confident. He doesn't care. I didn't care because he's a
do-rag guy. So why not wear the do-rag?
And he was back on IG Live, getting his proper.
He wasn't even saying anything in that video. He was just quiet, just letting you watch the hairline get repaired.
Oh man, bro, that's rough, man. Like that is rough.
No, it was crackhead rough. It wasn't like, oh, look at LeBron's hair is going back. No. Cracky. Like,
bro, this man looked like he should have been on like Shooter Street or like, what's
he could be casted in Snowfall.
Oh man, like. He looked like he was begging for change, bro.
Yeah. It didn't help that he was hustling on D. Didn't help.
Nice. Yeah. Man, I look like Patrick Beverly.
Word.
Oh man, it's rough.
But part of me when I saw that, most of me when I saw that was like, yo, this guy's he's on some promo shit. He's shameless. Like he shot a woman and kept it moving. So he's shameless. Yeah. I don't put it past him to be like, yo, my hair is looking mad crazy. I'm going to get it fixed in the next few days, but I got this Chris Brown joint dropping on Friday.
Yep.
So, and I'm not even making that up. He has a song that just came out today.
Yeah.
Let me do this. So his name was everywhere. Mm-hmm. Noriega shared a photo. Do you think that I don't put it past him that was like a picture that was posed? Like, why would I don't know, man.
You go out like that. Why would you're a guy, okay, back in your day, because I never actually did the do-rag thing, but you're a guy back in the day, you had the braids, you had the fro, they called you Luda. I get all that. So you were one who cared about your hair and your appearance. Would you ever do something like that? Can you imagine leaving your house like that?
So if I couldn't get a braid up, or if I couldn't like get what I wanted done to my hair, you better believe that I did something. And obviously I was not a balding teenager. It was a very different situation. But I made sure that my hair was presentable. I'm not going to like be looking crazy.
Nah, man.
Even today, I think now as a bald man, I'm more cautious of that shit because if I let my shit grow in for 3 days without shaving it, I just don't want you. I feel like I look crazy. I feel like I look like I just don't want anybody to see the shadow.
Nah.
I don't want you to see the flaws.
Nah, you can't do that. Like even every time before we pod, I got to make sure I get this right. Cause I'm not trying to be on camera with, little patches or the not trying to do that, bro.
Yeah. I'm not going to be like, I want people to be like, oh shit, that guy looked like Vegeta. Even though I don't have the Vegeta, but I don't want people to try and guess.
I had the Vegeta.
Oh, you got the Vegeta?
I had the Vegeta.
I got the Kakarot, it's like, so.
Is that worse? I don't know if that's worse or like,
I mean, if my hair was long enough and I straightened it out, it would have bangs just like Kakarot. I mean,
yo, we at some point we should grow this out.
Man, if I did this already, I did this. Didn't I?
You
did a wave check.
We did. We
did a wave check live on the pod.
That's right. I forgot. Quarantine's been so long, bro. I forgot.
But no, I can't do that because I know that if I just let my hair grow out past 3 days, I start feeling bad about myself, and then I get like kind of sad, and then I just like
yeah.
Start
eating a whole bunch of food and just like give up on life, man.
I mean, I'm not doing that no more. I'm like, I did a whole Excel spreadsheet on my expenses, and man, I am not going to buy anything from Uber Eats. Like I have mad money. Like I have disposable income right now, which is great. But let's get the fuck out of this hole that I've been in. Like, let me just deal with this real quick before I start trying to figure out what I want to eat.
Yo, Uber Eats is like, that stuff's dangerous, bro. All those food order apps are dangerous. The convenience is dangerous, bro. You just order that and it's there in like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? But then they get you because what's supposed to be like $3.99, $5.99 order, next thing you know, it's like $20, $30.
Yeah.
You know? And you do that a couple times a week, bro. That's mad money right there, bro.
Like I had to, because like, especially when you look at like how the order works out, where it's like $10 plus $3 delivery.
Yep.
Your total comes to $35, and you're like, wait, hold on, wait, what happened?
Yeah. Service fee, this fee, the tip, like, nah, bro, can't be doing that.
Yeah, man. And then the other thing is like, aside from getting up like that, I want to be able to start like buying things that are like of significant cost. So I got to kind of plan ahead for that.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I'm in that boat now. I think we're all in that boat where it's like, you know, you just can't be spending money like that. I'm seeing people downloading sneaker apps and like buying shoes, bro. I used to love sneakers, but then I asked myself, like, where am I going? Who's seen my kicks?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't get about like when I see people going off buying shit. I'm just like especially sneakers, retail therapy, you know, just trying to buy up a bunch of shit. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere.
Exactly.
And like, you know me, I'm the guy with a new Fashion Nova bag every other day. I haven't bought shit in a long time for myself like that. Like I just been like stacking, and if I bought anything, it's just been towards the pod, booze,
pod, booze, food.
Life is simple.
Hey, that's it. Life is good, man.
Yo, shout out to Marlon. I actually played GTA with him the other day. Yeah, we tapped in.
Y'all were serious about that.
Yo, he was serious, bro. Because like I thought that, okay, I'll probably end up gaming with Alan, which I think I'm supposed to play Call of Duty with Alan later tonight.
Yeah.
But Marlon didn't have the game, so he's like, all right, bet I'm gonna download the game tonight and I'm gonna play.
Wow.
I log in to just play by myself. Do I see that Duke McFly is now playing Grand Theft Auto? I'm like, okay.
Oh man, yo, I gotta get a system.
So I just got a Twitch too.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Switch. You mean?
No, Twitch. I didn't buy. I told you I'm not buying shit.
Okay, my bad.
So I just got a Twitch account. Shop like Shaq. Follow that. But
hey, plug.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get into the gaming world. See what Twitch is like. See what that bag is. So I'm supposed to. I mean, Alan said he wanted to stream Call of Duty, and I've never really played Call of Duty. So
you're about to get wrecked.
I imagine it's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, I might get into that too. I don't have a system, but I'm definitely
bro. You need to get a PlayStation. Just come and join us.
Can I like get married first? Can I plan my wedding? Can I pay for that first?
Who says you can't do both? Just stop ordering things on Uber Eats. Stop ordering things on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Okay. No more graphic T-shirts that say that with like black fists or.
What do you mean, like bro? So you're a black fist.
It's always blackness.
I know.
You don't need a T-shirt to validate your blackness.
That's what I'm gonna put on my next shirt, yo.
I don't need a T-shirt to validate my black. That's a great T-shirt,
right? Man. Where do you want to take this, bro? We got some stuff here.
I have breaking news.
Yeah,
and we can talk about it as little, which I'm hoping is not much, or as much as you'd like to, because you've been a stan of his. I doubt that you still are.
Oh man.
So Kanye and Kim have announced their divorce.
I knew this was coming.
Like this like literally just while we potting right now.
I got what the heck? There we go.
I know it's weird.
It's weird to do. But over my shoulder, you'll see the vinyl copy of College Dropout. So definitely a stan of Kanye's for years now. This is weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This feels weird. Like we knew it was coming. The rumors happened like months ago, but I don't know why I felt like they would make it. I just felt like two odd people who seem perfect together.
Is it because you think that you're like, well, they've made it this far?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those. Like they've been through it all. You know what I mean? But maybe, and I know Kim, I believe, is the one who filed for it. So maybe she just had enough of.
She can't have her fluffy, frivolous life no more.
Yeah.
It's real with all this mental health and shit.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. It's weird. And I know like he hated being on the show and that's a big part of her life. He hates that aspect of it.
You can't expect to find somebody that's going to love having their entire life documented and shared by millions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's one thing, and he's a superstar. So
right.
If he's just like, yo, I don't think I like this.
Yeah.
You got to kind of look at yourself maybe a little bit. And I'm happy that not happy. I mean, they've announced that they're going to be done with the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't imagine that being much of a deal breaker at this point anymore. Mm-hmm. But I think it has a lot to do with, I would imagine, the mental health issues and Kanye being very erratic in the way he moves and kind of like a ticking time bomb at certain points. And when you have a partner who's like that and moving all like that, it's hard to keep track. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
And it's hard to stay riding when you're just like, I don't know who or what I'm going to get today.
Exactly. And like, it's a lot to handle. And I also think too, like Kanye's tried to make changes. I don't know if you remember when Kim got robbed in Paris, or was it Paris? Yeah, I think it was Paris. And like this man flew from where he was to go see her and was really upset by that, was try to get things to change, trying to get her to, be a bit more low key. That's just not her. That's not him. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised that they're splitting because they are so opposite. But it's sad, bro.
It's I don't know. I don't want to harp on it too much because again, and like it's a weird situation because this is a relationship that they've made very public and they threw it in your face. They've thrown every step in every milestone, every step they've thrown out there and whatever. But yeah, it just, I don't know. It's also private.
Yeah, right. And like there's kids involved too now. You know what I mean? It's not just them now. This is like a family that is, being split apart, right? So I worry about that because obviously you care about the kids and they seem very much in love with both their parents, and you wonder like how that's going to affect them. With
how many do they got? I feel like they got like 3 or some shit.
3, I think
that shit came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait, what? I missed how many seasons?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I know that news just broke today and stuff like that officially, but yeah, it's sad, bro. I'm not a fan of any, like whenever anyone gets a divorce, it's a sad, unless no matter what the situation, it always sucks. But Kim
sometimes
and Kanye,
it's for the best, but yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I really thought Kim Ye would have been a thing in our lives for forever.
You really did.
I told you, man, there's just something so strange about the relationship that I figured it would work.
It was the fact that they're both two strange individuals.
Yeah. It is. Do you think
what?
I gotta bring it there though, because we know when people break up, you get some fire content.
Oh my God! Don't you dare say that.
You
dirty boy.
My dick get hard.
Ooh, are we getting some Kanye, some hurt Kanye, like 808s? Are we gonna get some My Beautiful Dark Twisted what are we gonna get? Because he's got to go.
Hilarious? What is hilarious is that I thought you were going the route of like, ooh, I can't wait to get some like beautiful Kim Kardashian pictures. So that's why I went that route. I'm the dirty boy.
My dick get hard.
I mean, hey, she could break the internet again, I guess.
She'll same. To
But
me,
we've seen it. We've seen it.
Same.
It's been there.
No, she's not going to do more. She's not going to do more. Her brand is not Amber Rose.
No.
Like Amber Rose will bust it open up for OnlyFans, but this girl won't.
Bust it, yeah.
But no, I hear you. Great breakup music. I'm sure.
Kanye, oh man.
People aren't even talking about the fact that Future's gonna probably have the most fire album. Not only did he lose Lori Harvey, but he lost Lori Harvey to Michael B. Jordan. So that music is gonna be crazy.
But he's happy now. He's with someone.
Future?
Yeah, isn't he? I thought I saw pictures with him on someone on the beach.
He's been, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Dating around. He's doing his thing. But like,
Playing the field.
yeah, he's Future. You know, he's not a one woman guy, bro.
I mean,
but okay, well, how do you feel if you lose your girl to Michael B. Jordan? You can't really. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do?
Nothing, because Michael B. Jordan. I mean, I don't feel. I don't know. I just also do. I would never, just because I've also dated people that have
dated Michael B. Jordan.
Dated like people of like high celebrity, higher celebrity with some kind of celebrity status.
Clout, yeah,
something. And to me, it's like you lose the moment that you're like, yo, but that's Michael B. Jordan. No, you lose the moment you even say that.
That's true. That's true.
So I never even look at it like that. It's like, all right, you dated a homie and sounds like he was trash or didn't really see the beauty in what you got. So either way,
I like that. Spin Master. Spin Master. I like that.
I'm in advertising.
I know this.
All right, we got a special guest that's about to join us just now.
All right, let's do this, man. Let's do this.
Will it be the most quick and seamless Zoom call edition ever?
I know, right? We've been trying to get this guy out for a minute, man. So let's see this. Hopefully this works.
Are we in?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on.
10 times the charm. All right. Okay. My bad, guys. I was thinking it was West Coast time again.
No.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Yeah, let's intro.
We'll let Patrick intro you, but I'm gonna intro you with with the music in the background, so Patrick can just big you up a little bit.
Some one of Vancity's finest right here, bro. Definitely one of Canada's finest, I should add, man. We got Kordoroy Floyd in here in the building on the Zoom call. I was gonna say in the building, but on the pod. So you're live and direct with
in the digital building.
In the digital building. Welcome to the digital building, Kordo.
Thank you.
Yeah, what up, Kordo? So not with the hype man done here. We're here, bro. You know, it's another day in the quarantine and the lockdown here in Toronto, but we're surviving, man. How you doing though?
I'm good. I heard you guys got some snow.
Too much. Too much.
We had snow for a little bit, but it melted like the next day.
Must be nice.
What was the temperature out there like?
I wore a t-shirt today, so I didn't even check.
That's bullshit.
Honestly, right?
Bullshit.
Are we even in the same country? Like, what's going on?
You know,
Bro,
I wore a t-shirt today. I'm like, I wonder what the weather is like. It was plus t-shirt.
Bro,
That's all I know.
I shoveled. What was it? Last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
I went outside today and looked at the ground. I had to wipe the snow off the car. I still have to shovel again. I didn't have time to shovel today. Like, and it just happened.
When it keeps dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm just cheesed because I have things to do, but like now it's like something for me to do. So now I'm shoveling to look forward to.
That's the highlight of our days, bro.
Right? And it's like if you leave it till when it stacks up and the ice is on the bottom, you're done.
You're toast.
Yeah, that's packing snow outside, so I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
You gotta go to the west to dodge that.
I've never been to Van or. No, I've never been to BC or nothing. I've been to, my girl lives in LA and I go there all the time. So that's where I go. But I'm assuming the weather's similar. Have you been to LA? Is that comparable?
LA is warmer, but Vancouver's is closest to LA weather you're gonna get in Canada.
Yeah.
So, the weather's pretty good. Like it's been snowing the past few years more often, but the snow comes and goes within the week. So it's like, you know, you could shovel or wait till afternoon and it's all melted. It's up to you.
So, man, but other than the weather, man, like what's Vancouver like, man? What's the music scene like? I mean, you've been in this thing for a while now, man. So like,
are you from out there? Or are you just
no? I'm from out east, Hamilton. I grew up in Hamilton.
Okay.
And then I moved to Vancouver 2010 for school. And the weather, no snow. I just stayed out here. It was like November, December. I had summer tires on. I'm like, oh, I'm not going back. And that was that. Yeah. Jeez. Music scene is good. It's actually really dope right now. Like there's a lot of diversity in the music. You know, a lot of people are making good music. I feel like for a long time in the beginning, it was kind of like one type of music was getting a lot of highlight, you know? But now it's like, there's a lot of dope artists doing different stuff. That's what I like about Vancouver. You can line up 10 different artists and you're not going to hear the same vibe with each one of them, you know? So
would you say that the vibe or the sound or the scene is different from Toronto?
Oh yeah. The scene is different. The scene's a scene, you know, wherever you go, the politics are always the same. But in terms of like music, the music's different out here, you know? It's just more unique. I feel like because there's not a Vancouver sound, there's a lot of artists trying to work hard to create something that could be that sound. So you got a lot of people going in their creative bag, so to speak, and just honing in on that, you know, rather than following the easiest trend, so to speak, you know? So in that sense, I really like the scene out here for that.
Okay. And speaking of like styles, I know your style's kind of unique too, man. Like we tried some stuff earlier and we haven't found like one project that's the same. Like every project, it seems like your sound's a little bit different. Is that intentional or?
I kind of write off a mood, right? So if I have different moods, the output's going to be different by default, right? So I find like certain moods I don't feel like creating it, you know? So, but I find that I go through the same kind of motions over time, right? So if you listen, you'll hear things are similar, like I'm in a similar mode, right? But I try to create in different modes and different emotions and like different ranges, different expressions, and it always comes out different, right? So that's kind of been my thing. I try not to chase what I've done before. And if I'm tapping into something similar, I try to make it a point to not make it so cut and paste, you know?
But how do you do that though? Especially when like you hear you have the memories of your own shit. You listen to your own shit. You know what I mean?
I screen myself. You know what I mean? Like if I'm like, for example, for the Kordoroy series, right? There's about 5-6 songs every record. And in those 5-6 songs, I try to capture a mood in those songs. So every time I revisited another version of like Kordoroy 2, I would screen myself and check myself like, oh, I don't like how I did the hook here. I don't like how I did the verse here. In Kordoroy 2, I'm going to redo it and I'm going to revamp it. And then when I listen to 1 and 2, as I'm about to make 3, it's like, okay, I don't like how my vocals are here, XYZ. Next time I try that, I'm going to refine it in 3, right? So in my mind, it's kind of like I'm always trying to outdo the last version technically, but then there's going to be people that are going to like the earlier stuff to the latest, you know, like what if I go and compare what's what, like Is You to a record like Stay, those are records where I'm like, okay, let me make something that's not so or it's not something that's so I'm on the road. Let me ease it up a bit, right? So like when I did Is You, it's like I'm thinking of the hook, I'm doing the hook, XYZ. I like how the song came out. But then it's like, okay, you know what? I think maybe with these records, let me try having a feature on this record and not a feature for the sake of like, oh, it's the name or the cloud or whatever they got. It's like simply sonics. Like how do I work better when the song has another counterpart to it? You know what I mean? So that's why Kordoroy 3 had
You weren't fucking with nobody, really.
Yeah. But you know, it's not that I don't fuck with nobody. You know what I mean? It's just like kidding. It's just like there's a lot of people I work with, you know, but due to COVID, it's like I like linking people, you know, because when you send those messages, I'm assuming that whoever I'm sending this message to, 40 other people have sent this message, right?
Right.
And my ego will kick in the sense of like, that person's not really getting my introduction. They're just getting, let's work, you know? And that's such like that word and that phrase has been like watered down so much that like when someone here, I don't know how to word it. You know what I mean? Other than when I see, like, I like your shit. Like, let's work on some stuff, you know? So it's like my anti-socialness with music is just because I haven't been in the room as much as people I want to work with to make something like organic, so to speak, you know? So yeah, that's basically that.
Yeah, no, that's so. Go ahead, Jay.
No, that's dope. I think just anecdotally, and this is something that I had on the docket in general, and you just bringing up like recreating things.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know. Do you know about Tiny Desk?
Yeah.
So
I just watched the Rick Ross one.
Exactly. So that's exactly what I want to bring up right now, and I'm gonna play a little clip of that. But a lot of people did not fuck with it at all. They thought that it was just like, I guess, too far from what it was, what the song is, with the live band and the guy singing in the background. Let me play a little clip of that. And we'll talk about it.
Yeah. All the gangsters, all the hustlers, free Kenneth Williams, Paul Larry Hoover. Why? I think I'm Big Meech. Come on, Larry Hoover. I'm whipping work. I'm screaming hallelujah. Come on, one nation under God. Real G's getting money from the very start. I'm talking Big Meech. Paul Larry Hoover. I'm whipping work. I'm screaming hallelujah.
This band mix gospel and trap, bro.
So what did you guys like? I mean, this is very different from what BMF originally was, because it was Rick Ross with the beat being produced by Lex Luger, which was like one of the early trap sounds that we've heard in the past, I guess, for the past decade run. And then this is kind of like more of a gospel vibe. You got an R&B voice in the background that's actually doing some of the ad libs and hyping up Rick Ross at the same time too. Then you got drums and like you're doing that live. What do you guys think about that?
I'll let you go first.
Honestly, I'm torn because like that song is iconic for me. Like I blew the speakers in my first car to some Rick Ross. So like, you know what I mean? So I'm expecting that hard hitting Ross to come in, and then you get a little watered down. But on the same side, I get that if it's a live set, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times musicians and rappers and artists in general will do that. If they're performing live at a show or on like an award show or something, they switch the vibe up, they switch the arrangement up. But I'm like, that's a song you don't touch. To me personally, as a Ross fan, that's a song you don't change the arrangement. You leave that how it is. You know, that's my take.
Yeah, I my take's not too far off from yours. For me, it's like when I seen it, I'm looking at artist perspective, right? And that song was everybody's favorite song.
Yeah.
So we're now at this point in time, and if I'm hearing it, it's nostalgia. You hear the Lex, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And I'm not opposed to artists doing different things. I'm sure the idea was to do something different because he can. But for me, it's like, shout out to the singer, you know, like I'm sure they're great. That's why they're in that space in the first place. I personally just didn't enjoy that vocal performance, right?
It was juxtaposing for me.
It's nothing against the individual. That's the only time I've heard that done. Like the only time that person's existed in my space, right? So I don't even know where to check for background of what they've done, right? I just didn't like the performance. It kind of watered down the record that we all fucked with heavy, right?
Yeah.
And I just think like, you know, when you do the performance, there's kind of a rehearsal, and I'm just surprised that nobody said nah. Personally, I don't know. Like maybe let's try something different. I don't know. It was just. I think
also with like Rick Ross's ear too. Like he's known for that. He's known for the ear to be like, yo, this sounds perfect. This is what it is, and this is what we're going with.
So I don't know. Maybe I don't know the backstory to how those people came to be.
Yeah.
Shout out to the dude for being on the stage, but I didn't like that rendition of that record.
Perhaps though, it's like with Tiny Desk, because I feel like everything is live. They're not gonna like just play a beat and you're just gonna like rap.
No, for sure.
That's probably a lot of what it was.
Yeah.
I think with that song specifically, Rick Ross has a catalog that's big enough for him to do any of his songs live that I think would sound better. Like any of the Maybach Muses live.
Oh
live
would
slap.
That would slap.
Even that. But my whole thing is like, okay, you're doing something different with an iconic song. I would just assume like the best of the best sounds would be coming from Rick Ross. And I feel like whoever the gentleman was, like I said, I don't know the backstory, but if I'm basing it off of Sonics, I didn't like what I heard, and it kind of distracted me from enjoying a different rendition of the song because I kept paying attention to what I was hearing, but
what you were missing too. Like you're missing.
I can't help it. Like I didn't like it,
down to the Lex Luger tag.
Yeah. I honestly, it sounded to me like hip hop karaoke, man. Like it sounded like, like honestly, though, it sounded like you're at like amateur hour somewhere, and no disrespect to them, it's just that's just how it came across. It's like
if you heard John Legend or somebody iconic doing what he was doing, I don't think anyone would have an issue because everyone would understand what's going on, right? They'd be like, okay, I'm not gonna, I fuck with it, it was clean, but
I still would have been like, John Legend was featured on one of the Maybach musics. We can do that. We can do that. And then like I've also been in the scenario where like Patrick was mentioning like artists wanting to do different things for award shows and live shows. I lucky enough to see Young Jeezy perform in Toronto, and like this is after the shooting happened at that club, and like we never thought it would happen, and then he did come. And then Jeezy came out, and he brought out a live band, and I got so nervous because he was performing like stuff from Thug Motivation 101. And I'm like, I'm not trying to hear that type of shit when I'm trying to hear some hard ass trap music. And like what I did appreciate is that he was picking and choosing. Some of his songs he was like, nah, this is not the one for it.
Who knows? Maybe somebody really pushed for that to happen. I don't know the background logistics of what's going on. All I know is the outcome was it was okay.
So go ahead before.
No, I was just gonna say it could work, man. Like honestly, I think of like the Roots. Like the Roots are this is their lane. Like that sounded like something the Roots would do. You know what I mean? So there's certain artists where it works. Right. And like they may have the catalog, they may have like the arrangement in their song set up where it works. But for Ross, nah, that ain't it.
Not that record.
Not that record. Not exactly.
Like you guys are saying, like a live band would really bring the records to life. But hey, shout out to everybody involved.
So Patrick brought up hip hop karaoke, which I think is a great segue because this is a conversation that I think
I do.
No, this is a conversation that I think I haven't heard when it comes to hip hop. It's very commonplace for I don't know. I don't listen to rock music, but like
I listen to rock. Any music. Yeah, there was
any other genre, to be honest, actually. For there to be covers, for there to be covers done by legends. We would never ever see 2 Chainz performing BMF.
No.
Do we think that it is time to start considering hip hop covers to be acceptable? Because how crazy do you think, like, would it be cool to hear, I don't know, like, Future singing a hook that Lil Wayne did a few years back and hear how he does that rendition?
I feel like,
et cetera.
That's a tough one. It's kind of like I'm gonna walk you through my brain as you're saying.
You're the artist.
I was like, from a fan perspective, I'm like, that'd be actually really cool. Like, hear Future say "My Leather's So Soft" and do the whole song, right?
Hey.
But then it's like, do hockey players want to see them hug it out or fight it out? It's like some things do you change to that extreme unless like Lil Wayne and Future are on stage. I don't know. I don't know. My mind's ready to like understand how I see that. But
is hip hop too competitive for you to do that?
I think at a certain point it can't be that competitive, you know? Like I feel like when you get to a certain level, like you're just on cruise control, you know, in the sense of like things come easier. So like the names we're talking about, it's not far-fetched for them to do that, right? Like Lil Wayne's a legend. Future's a new school legend. Like him doing a cover for Lil Wayne is not a far-fetched idea, but like in the grand scheme of things, I feel like there's a competitive spirit in hip hop. It's just whether you apply it to your own artistry or others.
Right, but I've seen people honor like Prince is competitive. I've seen things happen.
But it's different, though, man. Like I feel like rap music and hip hop is just different, man. Like there was okay. I'll give you an example. I don't know if you guys know Foo Fighters and the Bee Gees.
Okay. I've heard the names.
So the Foo Fighters just released a sample of a Bee Gees. So Foo Fighters are like rock, like they're rock and roll. You know what I mean? And then you get the Bee Gees who are like disco era, and they cover their music. They sampled it, and it sounds amazing. And I can never hear like a rapper today covering like a Jay-Z song or something.
You know what? I was just thinking about it. I think that would happen if there was space for it. Like I'm just thinking like, how would you go about sampling that, right? Like if Lil Wayne said, if we use a Future comparison and Future's like, yeah, I want to do that cover. I think it'd be good for the culture. And Lil Wayne goes, yeah, $3 million.
Right.
Well, that's usually what would happen. Yeah, it would be a business transaction.
We haven't heard the best songs ever because the best songs live on somebody's hard drive because they couldn't clear the samples.
That's
right?
true.
So I feel like maybe down the road when artists kind of control more of their creative control, I think we might be seeing more of that. But I'm just thinking like those big names taking records that have done numbers, legendary records, it's like it's going to generate income. It's always a fight about the money. So I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Well, what if even just from like a performance? You know, like we honor Lil Wayne. So we have Future who's going to go on stage like a lot of the other genres do, like R&B, where it's like we have somebody from this current generation honoring somebody from the past.
But that happens.
It happens. Like I think Sweetie does records from the past that, you know, the people, it's done over and over. It's just that when it's done, there's a pathway of getting it done. Like the samples are cleared. Everybody's in agreement, and then the record comes out and nostalgia kicks in, and then the new school accepts it, and it's a bigger hit. I'm not against that whatsoever. I'm just always thinking of like the logistics of things, like can it actually happen? Until like, then, I don't know.
It's crazy because like I was listening to was Alicia Keys, and I can't remember who the original artist was on her most recent album that was on the song 3 Hour Drive.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and
such a good
song.
Then
then they came out with I don't know, it wasn't Tiny Desk, it was another one of those that are very similar, and Colors. Those Colors featuring Sir.
Okay,
so it was Alicia Keys featuring Sir replacing the original artist. Then now that shit's being distributed on the DSPs, and I can get that version on Spotify.
I'm sure there is some kind of.
Of course there is. Of course.
You know what I mean? It would be dope. I'm sure just the way like things have been going in terms of creative's just been suppressed because we can't go outside. I'm sure those kind of ideas will come to life. You know?
Basically you saying I got a great idea that I gotta like develop and I just said too much already.
Yeah, cut this part of the interview.
Exactly.
Cut this part out and I think you're onto something.
I don't see it, man.
You don't?
I just don't see it.
Do you not want to, or
no? I
don't want to see it.
No. I just can't bring my head there because I feel like rap is different, bro. It's not like the other genres, man. Like you could do it for an award show, and we've seen it, like we said, like BET honors or hip hop honors or whatever. But like to actually put out a song and this is going to be on the DSPs, this is going to be.
Okay. Let me reel it back. I'm not even talking about going that far. It doesn't have to be profitable. I'm talking about just for art's sake. If they can perform it, whatever. Like if you could get Niggas in Paris, performed by Drake and Future. You wouldn't want to see that just to see it. You don't even have to like have it on Spotify.
Are you talking strictly live performances?
At least live performances is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, live, sure.
We don't even see that.
Yeah, I'm sure it happens like as perks if you go to a show. Like you're getting those kind of.
I've never seen that. I've never heard of it. The only time I see it or hear about it is if it's like us talking about like Grandmaster Flash and shit and them honoring them, maybe.
Fair.
And it has to be like so far back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe start it with artists that aren't too blown.
I think that's what it is too.
And see how that works, like have a couple local heroes come together and the tape is literally them. I mean, I'm not gonna say too much now.
Yeah. Just keep that. Just keep that.
Now they're just developing business ideas low key.
let me just keep quiet.
Yeah. Hold on to that one. And I also gotta say, hold on, before we switch.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned 3 Hour Drive, and I'm like, it's bugging me. I'm like, I know this artist. I love that artist. It was Sampha.
Who
is amazing. You got to watch Sound Exploder on Netflix. They talk about like how they create the song.
Yeah.
The two of them are on an episode. Amazing. And there's like a true story to that song. Like it's deep.
Okay.
So
Sound Exploder, Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. Check that out.
Check it out.
So what I want to talk about this next topic because I saw this clip and I thought it was hilarious because it was just this white kid that was listening to King Von, rest in peace. And he just is like, this is hard. I don't relate, but it's hard. And let me play the clip.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I cannot relate to a single thing this man says. I'm not gonna fake anything. I cannot relate to one thing he says. You know what I'm saying? So when I bob my head to the music, bro, I'm just listening to the flow and like the beat, bro. I'm not like, man, he's speaking facts because I don't know, bro. Yeah, I can't. This man be talking about some shit I don't even know about, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, but let's.
So my question with like what this made me think of is, do you have to relate to the shit you listening to? Because I think with a lot of this drill, a lot of trap, a lot of this gangster rap music, people feel like they have to relate to listen to it, or they feel like even
that life.
They even feel like the rapper has to be about the life of the story that they might be telling. Do you feel like that has to be the case for you to be able to consume the music or at least spit the bars?
I think we've seen time and time what happens when shit gets real.
Yeah.
When keeping it real goes wrong, as Dave Chappelle would say. It's pick your poison. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like you see a lot of artists are not about what they're saying, but they built the narrative so strong in their head that they end up doing dumb shit, right? And getting locked up, and now they got to keep on going with this narrative. And when the lights are off and everyone's gone, they don't want to live that life, right? But what happens is like music is energy transfer, you know. So that white kid saying this is hard. From what you hear in that clip, it is hard. He's putting a lot of energy. The beat's hard. The beat's matching the energy he's giving, right? There's an artist from Nigeria, Rema. Last summer or the summer before that, I was on him heavy, right? Pause. But it's like the music was so good, I didn't understand what he was saying. I didn't understand the language. I didn't understand the lingo. You know, it was just all vibes. Right. So do I have to speak any of the dialect in Nigeria or ever go there to appreciate it? No. Right. It's just music in rap. It's just like there's all these rules and guidelines that don't exist. in the real world, right? They only exist within people's perspective of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, how can somebody that's never been to jail or never really been through any kind of friction or issues with the law comment and say that somebody should or shouldn't do that when they've never
That's what we saw with that whole 6ix9ine ratting situation, you know? And everybody's like, "Oh, he was a rat."
Right?
But,
like people call him a rat. Like, I mean, I'm not going to even mention whether he's I just don't mess with that whole thing going on there personally. Yeah. But like people saying they would or they wouldn't, it's like you don't know until the situation that you ignore.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And if you're at that point where that's your, A or B, you and God know whether you should or shouldn't, right? Somebody sitting in the suburbs can't say, "Oh, I wouldn't have snitched," right? But there's a lot of people.
Everybody been saying.
There's a lot of our people that really live that life that don't do music, right? And there's a lot of people in our culture that have had the repercussions of that activity in their home, right? It's not a joke. It's not entertainment. When people have their fathers, brothers dead, locked up, mothers, all that, that's not a joke. And I feel like there's a fine line of I think that's what makes our culture card people if they're about it or not, because it's not a movie. This is not John Wick, right? It's real life for a lot of people that this culture has made. So if I'm going to be rapping about your life and it's off, you're going to be like, "You're lying. Stop it."
Yeah.
Right? But that's what it comes down to. So I feel like the white kid that's saying, "This is hard. I don't understand it." He doesn't have to understand it. He just has to like it, right? And he just has to buy into it. And that's basically how everything keeps going round. Not everything. A lot of people drink Coke. They don't know what the ingredients of Coke is. And if they did, they probably wouldn't drink it as much, right? But Coke sells every day. It's flying off the shelves at the gas station. No one's questioning it. Gum, a lot of things we consume, we don't know the contents of it and how it came to be, but we like it for whatever we like it for, like the taste, like the smell, and we keep it moving. So with music, it's the same thing to me. If I'm listening to somebody, if I like it sonically, I'll like it, right? If they're saying some things that are kind of, tweaking my reception of it, I'm not gonna like it, and that's the end of it, right? Okay. So I think just the best musicians are authentic with their energy and their sound, and it resonates with people, right? And it's like, it sounds so cliche, but real recognize real, and that's just the simplest form of saying that. So. Yeah, I heard that bit. I couldn't even hear what Vaughn was saying through this Zoom call, but my God, this is hard. So like, do you wrong the listener because he hasn't lived Vaughn's life? It's like, no, you need that kid to stream it to feed Vaughn's family, right?
Exactly.
I think there's a lot of things that people like to make a problem out of that really don't matter at all, So good for the white kid, keep my shit, I don't know.
That's honestly, I'm glad you said that, because you kind of changed my mind on this, because I was coming into this thinking like the different opinion than what you just said. I was coming into it thinking like, you said music transfers, it's an energy transfer, which it is for me. Like when I listen to it, if I'm listening to something that's really up tempo, whatever, that's gonna get me hype,
Yeah, exactly.
And vice versa. But like, I was really thinking about it, like, there was a lot of time where I couldn't get into trap because I'm like, yo, I don't know this life. This doesn't relate to me. Like, I'm not really trying to listen to stuff that's promoting that, because that's not really what I'm about. And so hard. But that's the thing. For a while, I was like, I'm not listening to this. And then boom, I heard some, like back in the day, I heard some Jeezy. I'm like, okay, nah, this right here, like this is hard.
But why though?
To me, I know that I was able to separate the art from the sonic. You know what I mean? Like I knew I didn't give a fuck about I wasn't listening per se to be like, oh yeah, he's a drug dealer, he's a gangster, he's selling coke, this is crazy, I love it, he killing people, he robbing people, I love that rhetoric. It was more like he's saying something, he means it, there's an exclamation point, and the beat goes with that, and I just like the feeling that it gives me after listening to it.
So sorry to cut you off, but it's kind of like, how many movies have we watched when we were younger? You run them again now, And you're like, damn, that's what they were saying the whole time.
Yeah.
My mom let me watch this, but then let me watch this, you know, like this shit was on TV, you know, like it's all perspective, you know.
Nah,
like,
it is, man. And like it changed for me too. And like I became more involved into the story. Like, how is he telling me about how he did this? You know what I mean? Plus, so it's the lyrics, plus the beat, plus everything else for me. You know what I mean? And that's how I take in music. And like, so now I've evolved. I can listen to that stuff and like, like you said, Shaq, separate the art from, you know, the substance or whatever, the content, whatever it is, or the person. I can just listen to it for what it is, listen to it, move on. You know what I mean? But back then, I didn't really have that perception to think of that. You know what I mean? So I big up this kid for realizing that like he doesn't relate to the music, but it doesn't matter. Like it's still good, and he's realizing that, and he's still pretty young. So
yeah. No, that's and that alone, I think it's like, even from the artist perspective, if you're going to have that as your substance point with your music and you're not about that life, mentioning that, you're just documenting it from your outsider point of view and letting that be known in your brand. No one's gonna be mad at that.
No, exactly.
Like, nobody's mad when movie scripts are being written about dragons. It's like, I don't see you with no dragon. Like, you're not real. Like, that doesn't ever happen, you know? Yeah. And I think it's just about, like, long story short with that topic, I feel like as long as you come from a genuine place, you're okay. You know, once you start faking the funk and feel like you have to do certain things because you think that's what's needed to be done, that's where things go downhill, you know? Because there's a lot of artists that rap about that life, but they're just themselves. Like, the first person that came to mind is like Vince Staples. You know, like, he raps about that, but he's himself. You can see
it's just
himself, right? So you're not thinking like, oh,
he's rapping from his place in that world,
right? And that's the storytelling that like makes hip hop great. You don't see, for sure. And even if I did hear about Vince Staples beating somebody up, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's trying to do something different. It's kind of like, you know, shit happens, you know, but it's like it's like you're stating what point what vantage point you're telling the story from, you know?
So I want to switch gears a little bit, still going with like the storytelling aspect. Y'all saw Malcolm and Marie? We kind of brought it up the last part, but we didn't get to talk about it.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I'm gonna give you guys both some homework. I'm gonna give you guys both some homework.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix. It's with John David Washington and Zendaya. The black and white movie is just basically them. They're a couple. He's a film director, and they get home from a premiere. Yeah, and he's having the best night of his life, but they basically get into it like couples sometimes do, and they like really get into it, and it's like almost like an argument that you're watching in real time, where it's rounds, like, you know, they give each other moments. Like Malcolm, aka John David, is giving it to Zendaya, and then Zendaya gives it back to him, and you're sitting there like either triggered or relating or all of it at the same time, being like, yo, this is interesting. And on top of that, they weave it together with a great soundtrack. I just thought it was a beautiful movie, as triggering as it can be.
I haven't seen it, so I'll have to touch base with you after I see it.
Whatever, y'all.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
Sorry, man. I wish I knew. I would have done homework. I would have watched it. I had no idea you're gonna pop up with that question.
No, we told him last week. We're like, it was kind of triggering. So then this guy probably took it to heart and was like, I'm not watching this on Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh,
no, exactly. Yeah. I was in my good last week. This guy wants me to watch it. Come on, man.
Suss up the mood.
Right? Then I got to deal with the whole argument that I don't even know what I'm fighting about.
Yeah, you're walking into a trap.
Okay, fine then. I have another topic then, and I usually like to.
My wife.
I like to. I'm gonna set this up. I like to ruin childhood. Thankfully, I don't think any of us grew up on Dora the Explorer, if I'm correct.
I did.
Okay. You grew up on it, or like?
I was like,
how old is this guy? This guy basically on his TikTok says his wife asked if Dora the Explorer is visually impaired and he cannot unsee this. Think about it. She's always asking, can you tell me where this is? As she looks dead into the camera, but is not looking around.
Oh, yo.
She's always holding her monkey's hand.
Yo, listen.
Hold on, let me play the clip and you guys decide.
I've asked if Dora is visually impaired. Now I can't unsee it. Obvious assistance animal.
There it is! There it is! Yeah, there it is!
Why won't she look at the coins?
She's counting and looking at her.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Do you see the mud? Do you see a bridge? Do you see the volcano? Do you see Swiper the fox? Where? I don't see him. Where is he? Behind the bush? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going?
Yo, Shaq, you're going to hell, bro. You're going to hell, bro.
Is it not possible?
If she is, shout out to the blind folk. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yo,
I don't even know how some people have the time to think of that. Like,
damn.
if you asked me to watch Dora the Explorer, I would have never came to that conclusion.
I mean, maybe she is,
Shout out
yo.
to that TikToker.
Honestly.
Bro, she was like, they were counting the coins and she wasn't even looking at it. She was just looking at the monkey. She's like, 1, 2. Can you count the coins?
Yo, maybe. Hey, maybe. I mean, you know, there's kids out there who are visually impaired, so they got to be represented, you know?
Yeah, no, she might.
She might be.
I never heard that. I wanna watch the whole season.
Oh,
the whole season.
After I watch the Netflix documentary, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Malcolm and Reed. Then you go watch Dora the Explorer.
We gave you some homework now.
All right.
Yo, speaking of representation, though, you guys heard about the? This is like way off topic, but it just came to my mind. The new emojis that are coming to our phones.
Yeah, I heard that, like all kind of varieties.
We're finally seeing. Well, I mean, not so much you, Kordo, but Shaq, we're finally seeing, bro.
I saw that they faded the beard, and I was so happy.
Yeah.
Like, they faded the beard. Now, like I can be like, I honestly, my emoji has a beanie on it because it didn't fade it, and I wasn't trying to show people the baldy with the beard, and if it's gonna be like this.
That's yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you feel like you're not a minority no more.
I'm not exactly. I'm represented.
I'm represented. They got the do-rag. They got everything now. They got the earrings. Yo, they see us. Man.
Messaging's gonna be different.
I'm telling you.
it's gonna be different.
There's a couple other good ones that I saw. I can't remember what I did see, but like there's a decent variety. They got waves, I think I saw.
Yeah.
Like waves?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Wow. They got me post-op. Post-op, they got me.
We were talking about hair earlier.
Post-op.
Yeah, post-op.
Yeah.
They got me right when I get back from Turkey.
From Turkey?
is that the hot spot?
Bro.
I'm putting all our guests on.
Turkey.
My homie did he did his research, and it basically comes up to, including the flight, like I think like $5,000. Get that shit rebuilt. Same place that Serge Ibaka got his Widow's Peak resolved.
I might have to do that.
And you're not seeing nobody. You gotta lay low for a few months.
Yo, you go to Turkey Airport. Yo, what you doing here?
Run into all the niggas there, bro.
I'm here to watch a football match.
Oh man. I love
it. I'd be amped if I saw one of the homies. I see Pat in the airport. Yo, where you going? Turkey, bro.
Turkey, bro. About to come back with the drip.
I don't need to do a turkey trip for a while, but if I do, I'll know where to go.
There you go.
I'll say I'm doing a show, but I'm doing a full.
Yeah.
Yo, you're just touring around
tour.
Turkey, bro. Yeah. You're in Istanbul. Oh, I love it.
Holy.
Did you guys heard about the news about NBA All-Star Weekend?
Yeah, no parties in LA.
Well, none of that, nothing. It's all going to be in Atlanta. One night in Atlanta.
I guess they're trying to do it like a TV production. They say.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. He said his mate, what is Adam Silver again? What's his role?
Commissioner. Yeah.
The commissioner said that this is basically a made-for-TV production.
Yeah.
Do we buy that?
No.
They're in Atlanta.
No. There's already flyers advertising that 2 Chainz. Who did I see? Pretty much anyone from Atlanta. They're performing. We had our guy Tory Lanez. He's performing apparently at some shows. So people are already promoting these events.
Yeah. I mean, if you go on social media, like sometimes I feel like we're not in the situation we're in.
Right.
And I'm living in an alternate universe. Like I'll see houses packed up.
Yep.
You know, like and packed up no mask, like 300.
I'm telling you, my girl's in LA and she went to a spot and was telling me like, yo, it's different. Like it's we're
like
open
you
now.
know,
now it's open.
What do you do? Tomato, right? I don't know.
They just bust it open, man. That's it. Yeah. Honestly.
What's the you think people are gonna bet on the odds that James Harden breaks COVID protocol to go to a strip club?
Is that an actual thing?
I'm throwing it out there.
I think he will. Come on, it's James Harden. Bro.
You're coming with too many ideas. We gotta
talk offline.
We gotta talk offline to get some money. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Let's put some money on this, bro. Hey, you put all the NBA players, you put those elite guys in Atlanta. Come on now.
I'm telling you, James Harden's gonna give. He don't give a fuck. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. He'll take the fine.
The fines are like parking tickets and perspective.
Exactly. One night in Atlanta. One night only. Let's get it.
I mean, who knows? Or maybe he might just chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's funny though is that it's like I love that it's one night. It reminds me of high school, like a high school basketball tournament where like halfway through the day there's a dunk contest and you're eating lunch while mans are dunking and you get back to the tournament. Like, that's what it reminds me of.
Damn, those day tournaments, I'm down, bro. I mean,
the second days were kind of like,
the second day when you get
somebody's gonna win. You just go to the end game. You don't even go to the prelims. You just everyone's there saying what's up, and then you just go to the championship game.
Yeah, and then I for whatever reason though, the second day after you've already played like 6 games, which is like if you think about it, like that's kind of fucked up because nobody plays that many games in basketball after high school.
That's crazy.
If you're because we're not getting paid. So
exactly. I've yet to get an MRI. I don't know how bad my shit is.
Honestly, my knee still clicks.
But you play like 6 games and then you're playing till like 10 p.m. You go to sleep and you got to come back for like a 7 a.m. game. And I don't know why that was always a thing.
And don't forget, after 10 p.m. and playing 7 games, you're eating McDonald's.
That's all you're eating.
Facts. You're boxing up a supersized Coke and doing it all again the next morning at 6.
So,
the fuck part is that your
body's amazing.
You're running so much and you're moving so fast that like that shit burns. Like that's why when you get older, you get a nice wake up call.
Oh yeah.
You're like, yo, listen, bro, you're not moving at all.
Just start having back pains for no reason. You might pull a muscle for just breathing.
I have back pains just based off of working from home and then podcasting right in the same seat right after.
Trust. That's what everyone's trying to flex.
I've been puffing my chest.
No, I've been doing that.
I'm not trying to flex on you guys. Like my back is killing me.
Oh man,
bro. But I do want to go back to your project that you just dropped. So Kordoroy GT that dropped this year. Yeah. We were just talking about how like you try to have a different approach with every album. What was your approach with this one here? You got you got 2 sides.
Yeah. So basically, like it's 1 to 3 with 3 more joints. So like a deluxe of them all in one spot, right? I figured like. In the beginning, I was going to just do 1 album at the end, which would be Kordoroy GT. But I figured, let me just keep, like, I was just looking at my downfalls and what I'm not doing well is like I release something and just live my life and stay off the internet. And
right.
So I'm like, So I just, this time around, I'm like, I just broke it up in pieces. I'm like, okay, I'm going to drop something every 3 months or so. And then at the end, I'm going to put it all together. And if anyone's catching on just now, there's a one-stop shop to hear 1 to 3 plus a few other records, right? Okay, so that was like that was the thought process behind the tape. Okay. I just and it's like I rearranged it.
Yeah.
How I would if it just came out alone. You never heard any of the quarter 1, 2s, and 3s.
Yeah.
So it was cool. Just rearranging things, put in places where I'm like, okay, this is how I want it to go and put it out.
Yo, I gotta say, I appreciate that, man, because we talk about this a lot on our pod, is how we listen to music. So for me, I listen to, when something drops, I listen to it front to back straight. Like I'll go through no skips. I gotta hear transition from one song to the next. I need some sort of like methodology to it. So to hear that you kind of thought about what song, like how it's gonna flow, I appreciate it.
I feel like a lot of artists don't even look at their work like art. Like this shit is art, bro.
See, it's hard though, because I'm very methodical in that sense of like, okay, how do I want to take the listener in terms of like vibe, right? But with EPs and just the way things are consumed, it's hard to spend that much time creating this big artwork that you know people are just gonna walk by. That's just the reality.
That's true.
So I felt like I see like a small group of people that are really like following what has been going on. You know, it's like very interactive, you know, like people are noticing, oh, this is like that. Like, oh, I noticed what you did here. And it's like, that's kind of like that's the space I live for, you know? So I'm like, okay, nice. Someone's listening. Or even when I get constructive criticism, which is like the main thing I mess with, right? It's one thing to say that's dope or I don't like it. But I find like I have a good network of people that they're clear about what they like and what they don't like, right? And if I'm doing something they like, I know I can do it. But when I'm hearing things that may throw somebody off, right? I feel like if they're able to communicate that to me, it'd be in my best interest to listen to that, right? And whether or not I apply it to the next record or not, I just know that's a possibility someone can be thinking, right? So if I'm changing it, if I'm rearranging the records with that in mind, it's just with that in mind, but I'm still going to make sure I like it. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, that's, it came out pretty dope in terms of how I wanted to do it. In terms of like exposure and all that, like I'm not really tripping, you know. I feel like so long as I keep releasing music and doing what I'm doing, like who knows how it'll go, you know. I can just control what I can control and just make new music, have fun with it, experiment, and just enjoy the space to create when it's not pressing, you know, because it's like I can do whatever I want. Like I can release something now, I can release something in 10 years. Like there's nothing forcing me to create, right? So it's like it's a free space, right? So like even the next record I'm gonna release is like, it sounds like nothing on anything that I've done in the past little bit whatsoever.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And it's a little nervous because like, okay, it's a little nerve-wracking, like you're doing something that's completely left of
it's harder to gauge that
reaction.
reaction.
Doing, right? But I'm pretty confident with the reception of it. You know, I feel like people like my music because there's a little bit more thought to it, right? Yeah. If you hear it, you know I didn't just throw it together and put it out. Like I don't, right? I hope that's not how it's perceived.
It doesn't look like that when you. That's why I said like, you got 2 discs on this. Like you definitely had some thought.
Yeah,
it's not like here's 20 songs.
No, yeah, like everything has its place. So I feel like the formula is just that, like honest music and not really putting any boundaries on it, you know.
So
and just have fun with the record. Like if you can't bump yourself when you're driving and enjoy it,
you're doing something wrong.
I don't know what you're doing it for at that point.
Yeah.
So and don't get me wrong, it took a while to get to that point where I'm creating something and I'm happy with it. You know, like not just being fueled by my peers saying, "Oh, this is dope. Put it out. Can you put it out?" There's another energy to it when you're like, "Yo, if everyone says this is trash, I'm still listening to this as I'm driving. I'm still bumping it in my house. I'm still listening to it." You know, so I feel like I'm just getting to that point, like now, That's the vibe. Like, can't tell me anything, you know. So this next joint, I'll send it to you guys after this. But I feel like the music from here on out is gonna just be a lot more fun. You know. Okay. It doesn't mean like it's all gonna be jolly, but I'm just having more fun.
You're having fun doing
it, making it.
Right. Yeah. So whatever comes from it, is whatever comes from it. But it's fire. I don't know what else to say.
So you just dropped this for January. So I'm sure I'd imagine you let this breathe for a minute. Do you have any plans
drop the next record.
You're gonna drop another record soon?
Yeah, like I want to drop it on my birthday on Sunday. You see what I just did there at the birthday club? Happy birthday, bro. But it's probably going to drop in a couple weeks, maybe early March, and just keep going, drop some videos from the tape. But yeah.
Okay. That's big, man. That's big. Yeah. Definitely look forward to that, man. Send us what you got, bro.
I'm going to send it to you guys right now in the email.
I love it.
Before I forget.
So we want to thank you for coming on the pod, bro. Like this.
Sorry for the delays, but
it's all good. Man.
No, you were good. Like the delays wasn't that much, and we're good at talking, so we can wait.
Good stuff.
Don called me, yo, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, what's good? Like 8 o'clock. He's like, yeah, it's 8 o'clock. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. Because it was 5 o'clock over here, right? I'm like, I got 3 hours. I'm ready. I'm good to go. So,
man.
Yeah,
we would have been asleep.
Yeah. 9:30 is out time.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But definitely, man, plug your stuff before we get out of here, man. Let people find you.
Instagram, Kordogram, Kordogram. Twitter, Kordoroy Floyd. What else have I got? Do I have a TikTok? I don't know. I don't know if I have a TikTok yet. Kordoroy Floyd. I'm sure you'll find. I'm gonna make one. If I don't have one made, by the time they see this, I'll make one. So it'll be Kordoroy Floyd unless somebody in Taiwan took that.
Somebody just teeth that.
Check me on Spotify, Apple Music, Audio Mac. Bandcamp. By the time they see this, I'll have a Bandcamp. But yeah.
Wicked.
Hi, Patrick.
The world general speaking.
Yes. So Patrick Dennis Jr., Instagram, Twitter, you know what's up, man. Hit me up. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man. Have a good night.
Shop like Shaq. Sir. You waste you.
Where'd you go, Patrick?
I'm here, bro.
There. Okay, I'm just looking at me. Man's out here, yo. Shop like Shaq with a K. Interviews. Yeah, that was a dope interview.
Most stuff.
Make sure you guys check out Kordo.
Yeah.
Not with the hype.
Time for the Raptors game.
Hey. 3 in a row?
Not with the hype.
I'm telling you, when this part comes in,
oh no, it's right about
Not with the hype.
I love that. 111, baby.
Yo.